Alright, today the plan is to go check out Scarborough Bluffs Park, which is only about a half hour from here. I've been in Toronto the last few days, or the last more than a few days, but I'm gonna go check that out. It's supposed to be a really nice park. I did go check it out yesterday, but I kind of forgot that it was a long weekend, so I couldn't even find a place to park. All the parking lots were completely full, so hopefully that doesn't happen today, and we'll spend the day there. I know there's quite a few beach areas and also just a bunch of walking trails and whatnot, so go check out these walking trails. And then I know the park goes like way on the other side of like where I parked, so I'll probably go check that out after. There's I don't know how many kind of boardwalks and whatnot, but pretty much all of them are closed except for one. And to be honest, the one that I just walked across seemed a little sketchy. There's one over there. There's two over there, one of which is completely flipped over. And then there's this one. I was walking to the other end of the park. I thought I'd check that out. It's a lot bigger than I thought, and I'm basically walking along all these marinas behind me. And by all, I mean it looks like there's like 3 or 4 of them in a row, so it's pretty big. And there's also quite a few houseboats on the other end, which I kind of tried to walk past, but it's all gated and locked, so checking it out. afternoon's really nice walking around here. The water, I'm always surprised by how blue it is, which is super nice. Anyways, the only plan I had today was to check out the park here. I think I'm gonna go find my camp spot again for tonight and then make some dinner. My only thing is I probably should go to a car wash and wash the van, because that hasn't been done in a while, but they're always the ones that you just sit in your car and then you drive through it, which usually doesn't work because the van's so big. So we'll see if I can find a self-wash one and wash the van. Otherwise, it'll just stay dirty for a little bit longer. Today, the plan is to go check out Ripley's, believe it or not, Aquarium here in Toronto. Thought it'd be kind of cool. They have one of those tunnels that you go under the water and there's like sharks floating above you and stuff. So, thought that'd be cool. That's the plan today, head into town and do that. by the aquarium, which actually was pretty cool. The tunnel going under all the sharks and turtles and all that kind of stuff, that was a lot longer than I thought, so that was kind of cool. And got to touch some stingrays, which I've never done before, and they're very slimy. I wasn't expecting that, so that was kind of cool. I don't know, probably spent at least, I want to say 2 hours walking around there, so that was kind of nice. It was super crazy busy, which I thought maybe going on a weekday would help, but apparently not. So that was the only thing. It was like any little exhibit to go check out, you kind of had to wait for people to move out of the way and stuff, but it was good. I'm gonna head back to the van and gotta edit a bunch of videos and stuff, so that's the plan for the rest of the day. I don't really have anything else planned, but so go back to the van. Morning. Today the plan is to basically go take some photos. Still at the same spot by the marina, which I've been here quite a few nights now, but there's quite a bit of walking and biking paths everywhere, and I've seen quite a few people taking photos, and apparently there's a bunch of birds in the area. Not that I've paid that much attention to, but figured today we'll go out, try and see if I can get some nice photos, go out for a walk and check that out. So that's the plan for today. Yesterday I kind of didn't film anything right after I went to the aquarium, so I did edit another vlog, posted that, and basically just came back to my camp spot at like probably after 9 o'clock already. So that's what I did last night, and then yeah, today go for a walk. It's pretty warm out already, so we'll see, but let's go. To be honest, I don't even know what birds are what. I mean, I could probably tell you what a crow is, but the rest I don't know. I'll probably have to Google them and figure it out. But in this field right here, there's a bunch of little yellow birds, which I don't know if I've ever seen before, but I'll try and get a nice picture of one of those. And lots of butterflies flying around everywhere too. The one problem I'm having is I'm hearing a ton of birds, but trying to actually spot them is a little difficult. Especially in a giant field like this, and they're like pretty small, so. I think I've gotten like 1 or 2 pictures, but they jump around so much and they only stay in one spot for like a couple seconds, so by the time I like zoom in on them, they're flying off to the next spot. Back to the van. Definitely did not get as many photos as I thought I was gonna get, so a little unsuccessful, but it's probably out there for 2 hours or so walking around. But yeah, back to the van. I don't really have anything else planned for the rest of the day, so I'm gonna end the video there. See you in the next one.